What's up, YouTubers? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today we are making a video about the build in first Descendant. This is a Viessa build. I unlocked her after a bit, and this build is pretty amazing in my opinion. Like the ult she has with the spinning ice thing is one of the better in my opinion when it is especially dealing with these bosses at the 400 thing. So we're gonna take a look at the build first, and let's see here. We have the build here, and as you can see, it's based on. Actually, this was the other build I was running now. This was pretty OP as well, but this is the one I was gonna talk about. The only difference between these two is almost just that I have a fire resist for the Abus, so you can use this on the Abus as well, or you use it on 400%. It doesn't really matter. It's just two different variants of it. So here we have it. We have Absolute Zero, which is the skill module, basically. You have the Focus on Chill, which increases Chill skill power. You have the increased HP, as usual, skill expansion, skill effect range. You have the Focus on Singular, you have the skill concentration. You have the long distance maneuvering, you have the MP conversion. You have the nimble finger, so you always have this skill cooldown at a pretty good rate, so you always have the skill ready. So it's at 74%. You have the front lines, which have the critical hit damage, you have the skill insight, and you have the emergency measures for the critical hit rate. So those two are very good, but this is the one I usually use for the AB400. What do I run with this? I run just the regular frozen reactor. It's upgraded. I haven't really gotten any good. Usually run the assault rifle, so I haven't gotten anywhere you can just equip that in a Leggy reactor, but I upgraded this, so it's still decent. Then you have the Polar Knight, of course. Polar Knight works amazingly with this. This set works very good with Viessa in this game. It has the frostbite and everything basically is better when you use this. So it's really good. Yeah, they have the Polar Knight memory and the Polar Knight processor. It doesn't really matter. I think the set itself is what you need, and if it's what kind of talent it has. I haven't seen it that. It depends on what you're playing in the game, but I haven't seen that much effect, basically. So that is what we got for the build. We can do an AB 400% here. Now I know why this fire thing was so good. I was doing Kingston, and if you have fire resist, they actually shoot fire, so you're basically immune on this if you're running this with the fire resist setup, which is pretty awesome. But we can do this one. No. Yeah, this one. I mean. We can do a 400%. They usually match. You can solo this easy on hard if you want that as well, or just do the regular one. Doesn't really matter. You're gonna see the damage output when you actually meet bosses and stuff. It's insane. If you're playing with lower builds, you're gonna notice pretty fast in a 400 setup, so to say. You never know what you're gonna play with though. If it's a lot of Freyna, I think this is kind of fun compared to Freyna. I don't know, Freyna, I have unlocked Freyna now. So Freyna is pretty nice. This is a Volby, I guess, she's running. But you can see they are hit for so much every time. So when the boss comes, that spin thing hits for 2 mil, and every time that spins it hits 4 mil. And that too, it's like 3 mil every time. Which is pretty insane. It basically wrecks everything in your way. And this X thing is pretty OP, look at that. Pretty insane actually. And this is on 400, usually 400 enemies is pretty. And if you want to get rid of the boss, you just do one of those and it dies instantly. We have a Volby with us now as well, so usually people playing 400% is pretty OP from the start. It's not hard to get these kind of material in the game when you finally figured out the game concept, I would say. And he always has this thing where you have thing behind you, trail, and that will basically kill everything as well, you see there, and that will just take out. Or you have the Y, and the thing with this is it always has the ability ready as well, so it doesn't really, you will never lack your ability in that sense. We just pull that out and that out and that out, and he died. So you have pretty good, decent like survivability on this as well. Oh my! How did I miss that? Lol. That was an insta scratch. Can I have my ulti? So you can use this on bosses as well. It's actually it could be used as a boss build as well. You can do the Abus with it. I don't know if you can do it solo though. The Abus though is just a boss that doesn't have any mechanics. It's just fire resist basically. But it's for sure good if you match with people on Abus as well. Which is like the highest form of you can do now basically. You can see there 1.3, 2.2, 3.3. I mean the numbers is pretty insane. This is one of the more insane builds I would say. All the abilities is like basically working together, so you barely have to use your gun with this build. It's pretty amazing. I like the frost in general as well, in that sense. Oh no, I hate this thing. This part though, something I can get so mad at. If you just stumble too short. I miss. I don't want to do it. Almost have to put that, otherwise I can't do the ability. I'm gonna see if we can get one of those out on the boss here, and then you can see a little bit. But I can make sure you that this build you can do like pretty damn insane. Now we are 4 though, so it's gonna be a little bit easier, but if you pull this out, it's gonna be like... The Y I also like, the Y is very powerful as well. This is 400% though, so it's not the easiest, it's not the hardest. But you see there, they do pretty good damage. Probably want to do fire resist maybe as well. So you don't have to die from the... This is the other guy, I guess. I want to get my ulti again, but it's kind of hard to get the ulti. I want my Y thing. Oh, here we go. I got it, so we can put that out. And you can see it's like instantly kill at us. Just by doing that. With this build you will never, you see there like 5 mil. That's how easy it is. This build is pretty insane. Now we got, remember we had 4 people with us, Volby as well here and Freyna, so. But I don't think some of them were leveled up to the highest. So So you got to see a little bit of the build. So yeah, it's a very nice build. You can try it out. We can see it again. It's very easy to get materials when you have a build like this. You can do solo hard. You can probably solo for 100% as well. I just think this game is like a co-op game. So like in general, I play it for the co-op experience. Bosses is kind of fun to do solo, for example. So yeah, maybe we can do one boss as well. Maybe this fire boss on easy, or I mean on hard. This went pretty fast, so we could do that. I wonder if we can do executioner, but he's kind of a drag. So yeah, I don't know. We can leave it at this. You saw the build, and take a look at it once more. So yeah, the absolute zero, you can have focus on shield, increased HP, skill expansion, focus on singular, skill concentration, long distance maneuvering, MP conversion, nimble fingers, front lines, skill insight, and emergency measures. So that is a very OP build if you want a fun build for doing 400% or whatever you're doing. It's a very nice one. And also it works for the bosses. The only thing, if you're gonna do like the Abus, somebody that has fire, like the level 150 boss, that is the one that is the hardest in the game right now. If you know what I mean, this one. No, this one, was it right? Yeah, this one. This guy has fire, but if you want this build to work for that boss as well, you can, as I said, you can add the fire resist here and maximize that, which I can actually do now. Nice. So that will basically work for that boss as well if you want some fire resist and all the other fire bosses. So just add that in, and that will basically make it a boss build as well. So that was the build, guys. Very nice build, and enjoy it and like it and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.